Hey guys, Sableye VGC here, and welcome back to another episode of Crazy Climbing. Today we're going to keep things going with the Gengar Dragapult team that we have here that you can see below me. And honestly, just try to hope for a few more wins. You know, we're kind of at a point where the meta hasn't really shifted incredibly large right now, although we do still have an older version of a team right now. But we are going to find an opponent here, so that's going to be good to keep me from rambling on. We're going to find Aiden with a rating of about 18,000. And we're going to see what Aiden has for us. Aiden's going to have Conkeldurr, Alcremie, Excadrill, Sylveon, Indeedee, and Gyarados. Don't know why I skipped Gyarados and went back to it. I literally couldn't tell you. Okay, so the question is, what do I want to do here? Arcanine immediately looks like amazing to me right now. Stops the Alcremie, stops the Sylveon faster than the Excadrill and hits it with a hard for super effective. Intimidates the Gyarados. Can also Will-O-Wisp the Gyarados. Basically what I'm saying is Arcanine looks great. Definitely probably going to be my lead option. Indeedee's a little bit annoying. So maybe I want to go something like Kiss. Or even Rotom. But Rotom's risky if he goes with Indeedee Gyarados, I think is the biggest concern for my team right now. So because he could go like Indeedee Gyarados, I think I'm going to bring... What do I bring versus Indeedee? I want Rotom in the back for sure. Drill's Drill's actually probably the safest, and then I can go with something like Togekiss Rotom in the back. That'll give me the switch in for Conkeldurr if he leads that, and it also gives me the answer to Gyarados in the back as well. So we're gonna roll with this, and you know what? We're gonna roll with the punches and see what happens. I think we should be all right as long as we can preserve our win conditions for the right time and the right Pokemon. I mean, that's basically any game of Pokemon, so really that statement is completely useless. But we're going to see what he goes. He does indeed go Gyarados Indeedee, so... Well, at least I got something right. Now the question is, how do we deal with this? I wonder if it's going to be Intimidate or Moxie. If it's Moxie, we're alright. Arcanine Intimidate definitely helps us out here, big time. And are we going to see Intimidate from this Gyarados? We still might. Excadrill's Mold Breaker and Indeedee's Psychic Surge, so I'm assuming that means no Intimidate from this Gyarados, which is fantastic. Battlefield got weird. It's actually going to be Psychic Seed Indeedee, which is kind of, I want to say, catching on in popularity, or a little bit more common than it was earlier on in the format. So that's interesting to see here. I mean, it doesn't really affect us too much. We've got two physical attackers on the field. So what I am scared of is this Gyarados setting up a Dragon Dance. But regardless of that, I am just going to go straight for a Flare Blitz and a Rock Slide. This should hopefully knock out the Indeedee, because we're not -1, right? So I'm going here, my plan, knock out Indeedee, and then I can have Excadrill or Rotom in the back deal with this Gyarados. It is at -1. It's actually going to max immediately. So definitely going to probably lose either Drill or Arcanine here, whichever one my opponent decides to choose. Which is a little bit annoying. But I'm expecting a follow me. If he doesn't follow me, I'll be a little bit bothered, but I mean, I could have Will-O-Wisped it, but that's alright. If we do kill the Indeedee here and he kills Drill, we're okay. Indeedee does indeed go for the follow me, so that's alright. That was as planned. And we should have the two faster Pokemon here. Arcanine does indeed get this Flare Blitz off. I don't think this is going to do too much. I'm not that offensive. Yeah. So Rock Slide actually is not going to pick up the knockout, which is a bit annoying. But as to be expected, I guess. Gyarados does take a decent chunk of damage there from the Life Orb Excadrill. And Gyarados is going to go Max Geyser, and I couldn't tell you where this is going. Normally I'd guess. I dropped my controller. But I say normally I guess I'd be able to guess that, but based on the fact that he could literally want to kill either of us, that makes a lot of sense right there. And the Rain is going to make an appearance now, and he's going to get a Moxie boost. Things get interesting now. Because now he's, he's back to neutral, right? So if I just come in and max my Rotom and click Rock Slide, or Iron Head I should say, because it's safer. Right, like what's stopping me from Iron Heading Indeedee and just Max Lightning this Gyarados right now? And I think the answer to that is absolutely nothing, so that's what we're going to go for. Just kill the Indeedee, and honestly this is 2 knockouts here. I'm probably going to lose Excadrill in the process, but this should be 2 knockouts. Even if he doesn't follow me again, we're fine. I mean, he could protect Indeedee, which could be a good play, but we're going to see what happens right here. That's what I dislike about Dynamax. You can just kind of Dynamax and get out of a bad spot. Like, -1 Gyarados wasn't really much of a threat, but the fact he was able to Dynamax was kind of concerning, but that's kind of the format we're playing right now, and it's trying to learn with guessing when they're going to Dynamax and what's the best way to counter Dynamax. Still still relatively new strategy as well. Like, even though we've been playing with it what feels like a decent chunk of time, there's still tons of things we can use it. And my Rotom's actually going to be faster than this Gyarados here. But we're actually going to see Wakanberry Gyarados, which is very, very interesting. And Gyarados is indeed going to survive that thanks to its Wakanberry, which is a little bit annoying. Like, that's the big thing for Dynamax with me. It's if you had to either hold an item to Dynamax or you would lose the effect of your item, I think it would be alright. Like, it would be less lopsided. Right? Because, like, that just turns the game over there. I'm expecting to keep Excadrill alive and kill the Gyarados, right? Like, I should have Excadrill still. But, I mean, I needed to kill the Indeedee, so it's not like I could have even protected. Gyarados is going to get another attack boost here. The good news is my Rotom's faster, which is very good. So, hopefully it's Conkeldurr. I don't know what else we have in the back. Hopefully there's no fairy types. But he has two of them, so the fact that he wouldn't have a fairy type here would be shocking. And there's the Sylveon. Okay, I don't think we're out of it. Because Gyarados either has to protect here or accept defeat. Now, normally what I would do here is I'd say the Gyarados doesn't really want to protect, doesn't really want to attack here, and it's probably going to want to protect, and I'd just double the Sylveon. However, I can't risk the fact that this Gyarados is going to just sit here and attack at +1, so I'm forced to kill it here. So I'm going to go for the kill, and I'll just Dazzling Gleam to get some chip damage off onto the Sylveon. Next turn, oh yeah, he's going to max it. I should have doubled the Sylveon. That's a little bit annoying, but I mean, like I said, that's a risk I could not afford to take that risk. I mean, I probably could have, had I been like locked in the like, game 2. If I'm up a game in game 2, I can probably take that risk, you know, like, just, like, I don't think here in best of 1 I can really afford to take that risk. A little bit annoying because I could have had that max Geyser off into Sylveon, which, that's alright. So I'm gonna max Lightning. Does he have a ground type in the back? He does. He does have Excadrill. So you think he swapped into Excadrill here? I mean, he might. Once again, it's a risk I cannot afford to take. So I'm just gonna go for the Dazzling Gleam again. Let's see if I would have had that call right too. If it's Excadrill, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay, it's Alchemy. That's fine. I'm just happy it's not Excadrill. Sylveon here, well, Rotom's max Lightning is going to come off first, going to connect into this Alchemy. We should do a good chunk of damage. Yep, just about 50%, I'm okay with that. Plus this Dazzling Gleam to both of them here. He brought both fairies, so losing Excadrill is kind of annoying. And Sylveon's going to drop a Hyper Voice. Okay. Things are interesting now. I 100% need to keep Rotom around, but I also need to kill this Alchemy somehow. I think Sylveon is more threatening than the Alchemy, so I'm going to double the Sylveon here with a Hydro Pump and a Dazzling Gleam. This is going to be a close finish. It depends on if this Alchemy can, if Dazzling Gleam from Alchemy can knock out Rotom, knock out Togekiss here, I think we do lose this game. Rotom's going to Hydro Pump, going to connect into Sylveon right now. Going to see, I don't think this picks up the knockout directly. No, it does not, but Dazzling Gleam will indeed finish that off. So, unfortunately, Alchemy is going to still be alive on the field right now, and we're going to see what he goes for. And Alchemy is going to go for Recover, which actually gives me a chance now. So, where I thought we were in a little bit of trouble, we may be able to pull this one back because of that Recover. If it would have been a 2v1 versus Rotom, I'm pretty sure the game would have been over. But now things get interesting. Gyarados obviously not really taking too much, not going to take an attack here, so it's just a matter of what I want to do. I don't know if I can kill the Alchemy, but the question is Gyarados going to protect and just kill the Kiss now? You know, last time I got it wrong, I am going to double the Alchemy here. Might be a mistake, but I am going to go for it. Gyarados does indeed protect, so this time I get that protect call right, so after missing it earlier, I did adjust, but Rotom going to go for the Hydro Pump. Thankfully going to connect with the 85% accurate move right there. I'm not sure if this even picks up the knockout. Okay, Dazzling, oh. Because of that crit, Dazzling Gleam will pick up that knockout. So, I would have honestly liked to see what this Alchemy was going to go for. But, that's okay. We actually got 2 crits. The second one didn't matter, but the first one definitely did. And Electricity is going to disappear, but with our Rotom being faster than this Gyarados, this game's over in our favor. After that rough start with the Max Gyarados immediately, I think Rotom managed to pull this one back. I'm actually surprised he didn't try to go for the Max Overgrowth or a Power Whip into this Rotom at any point. I wonder if he doesn't have it. Like, he has Protect, he's got Geyser, so obviously probably Waterfall or Liquidation, most likely Waterfall. And then, who knows what his other two moves are. Maybe, he might actually just be Dragon Dance Bounce. Get my phone out of the way, so you guys don't have to hear it vibrating all the time. But Gyarados is actually going to drop there, which is kind of obvious, but... So we are going to pull that one back, and Aiden's going to go down there. Go for one more in today's episode, I think. Yeah. So we're communicating here. I wonder if we get to see his team, because I would be interested to see if that Gyarados did actually have Power Up or not. I don't think we will. We get a big nugget, though, so... If that means anything, we get a big nugget, and we're going to communicate and look for another one. Jumping up to 7,000, and yeah, honestly, it's been interesting. Kind of tough to record when you do nothing all day. Like, I'm not doing a lot, right? So like the motivation, so I'll just record later, or I'll just record later. But you know what? Gotta sit down, gotta record, because you know I want to put out content for you guys. I enjoy making content, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the content I'm putting out as well. But if you guys do ever have suggestions or anything, feel free to leave me a comment or send me a message on Twitter. I'll definitely respond. I don't want to like I want to do stuff that you guys like too, right? Like I don't want to just put out content that you guys aren't going to enjoy. So if you guys do have suggestions, let me know. But we are going to see Lapras, Arcanine, T-Tower, Mimikyu, Dusclops, and Conkeldurr here to finish this one off. And how do I what's the game plan? That becomes my question. I think I'm going to look for the threats. So the threat here is the T-Tower because I have two ghost types, and the Lapras because I can't really hit it that hard other than Rotom. So obviously I think I need to bring Rotom here. I think I actually go Rotom Kiss. The question is, how do I want to play this? I could actually go Rotom... That's another thing I could go for. I could go for that Rotom Dragapult as well. That would shut down Trick Room because he doesn't have Follow Me. I think I'm actually going to go with that play, with the Rotom and the Dragapult, as well with the Kiss in the back, and Lapras becomes the question now. Like I want a secondary answer to Lapras, and this team just doesn't have it, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna go Excadrill, that way I can hit right through that Mimikyu's disguise if I needed to. So I think that's the best course of action. No Gengar in today's episode, but I think I'd rather go for the win here than just try to force Gengar into a game where it's not going to make sense. I believe if I'm correct, this Ray here was rated around 3,000, so gonna be a good battle. I would probably guess like Lapras Dusclops lead for my opponent. Lapras Dusclops lead. Okay, so what I want to do is just max Phantasm and Hydro Pump into this Dusclops, pick up the knockout, shut down his Trick Room entirely, and that should be good. I think that's good. Although I do have a case here. He frisks weakness policy, right? So I could technically make a case to go for Dragon Man. I didn't bother fixing my sets from the last episode. I was like, you know what, this is almost more fun this way, a little bit more crazy. So we're going to go Dragon Dance DD, which is a little bit interesting, but we are going to go Max Phantasm here. I don't trust this guy not to just click Resonance into this, into the Dragapult here, so I am going to go straight for the kill on the Dusclops here. I'm not even sure if this picks up the knockout. I mean, it should be super close. Like, I'm talking super close. I don't want to go Thunderbolt, like it's probably safer to go Thunderbolt, but that one I'm really not sure about that knockout. That one I'm almost confident in saying that it's not going to pick up the knockout. It's going to depend on how bulky this Dusclops is. Obviously it's going to be all bulk, it doesn't need any attack or speed, so it's just a matter of where the distribution is, I guess you should say. We're actually going to see the Max Lapras immediately from my opponent, and the only reason I say it's Lapras is because there's no way that's going to be the Max Dusclops. Like, I've actually seen Max Whimsicott before, which, you know, it's fair, because it has Moonblast, right? So you can go for the Starfall if you really needed to, but unlikely still. Max Indeedee, I've actually seen, because Psychic hits hard in terrain. But, like, Max Dusclops is one thing I've never seen. So, gonna see what this Dusclops wants to do. It's actually not gonna go for the Ally Switch, which is good in our end. And Phantasm, I don't think Hydro Pump's gonna pick up this knockout here. So, a little bit too aggressive on our end here immediately. Which is a bit unfortunate, but that's alright. As long as he's gonna go for the Trick Room, there's no way he doesn't go for the Trick Room. Hydro Pump here, gonna go into this Dusclops. Let's see if we can pick up the knockout. I don't think it will. Yeah, not even close. Okay, so Dusclops gonna survive there, and we're gonna see the Resonance come out, and that's probably gonna hit. Yeah. Okay, very happy I didn't click DD. But unfortunately, that does a little bit too much, or a little bit more than I was expecting it to, which is slightly annoying. Obviously, we get our weakness policy, but I think we're in a bit of trouble right now. just off the fact that another Resonance will indeed pick up this knockout. And his Lapras is probably going to be weakness policy, and his Dusclops is probably going to proc that policy. With probably something like a Rock Tomb. But either way, I am going to Max Guard here just to make him force another turn of his Max into that Dragapult. And I think it's best case scenario for us to kill this Dusclops, or do I want to leave it on the field? I almost think I leave it on the field because it's kind of doing nothing. And I'm going to plot. May not be the best case scenario, but I think leaving it on the field here is better because I don't want to bring in Conkeldurr here because Conk will just start hitting things too hard. Dusclops actually going to Pain Split my Rotom. So I mean I couldn't have killed it anyways. We're actually going to lose a lot of health to that Pain Split. And Resonance is going to come out into this Dragapult. So part of me wishes I would have brought this Rotom, would have brought Arcanine in the back. Because now we're in a little bit of a predicament. Although no way to self-proc for my opponent there, which is arguably better for us. Resonance is going to come out, going to probably kill Dragapult, but do I want to save Dragapult or would I rather have Togekiss? I think I need Togekiss, but I think Excadrill should be able to survive a Resonance. After all, Lapras doesn't have the highest special attack stat. So we'll go for this, and I don't want to plot again, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for a Thunderbolt. Actually, I don't want to chip this Clops down. So I will go into the Lapras. Hopefully it's not going to be weakness policy. But I do think I need to just get chip damage onto it right now. I also have Protect for after this max ends as well, so that's pretty good. I think we can still stall out Trick Room here. I have Dragapult, which I can easily sack at this point. I mean, not being at +2 anymore is pretty bad for Dragapult. So Dusclops actually is going to go for the Haze, which I'm okay with. Kind of expected that. That's kind of why I didn't go for another nasty plot. And Resonance is going to come out right now, and that's going to connect what I'm assuming into Excadrill. Yep. That still does way too much damage. But the only good news is that Thunderbolt's going to get some chip damage off here. Not crazy amounts. No policy, please. Okay. So no policy, I would probably mean it's going to be Light Clay here. So this, we're going to be dealing with these screens for quite a long time. Okay. The good news is, we know he's thinking about killing Rotom here. Right? And Nightshade can't kill Excadrill. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go for a Rock Slide, just to get some chip damage off. And I'm going to Hard Swap Rotom into Dragapult to get the... Actually, I could do that next turn. Okay, but I'm going to do it this turn. This turn, I feel like is a little bit better. That way, if he does actually target the Excadrill, I will be able to survive the... I'll keep Dragapult on the field, which, I mean, I don't need anymore, but I think he's going to be alright to have here. Dusclops is going to go for the Nightshade, I'm assuming, into Drill. Yep, but good news is we have 53 HP, so we will survive that on 3. Lapras is going to go Freeze Dry. Dragapult's going to go down here. I'm okay with that. I expect it to die to that, and Rock Slide's gonna come out. Just you know, I should really slow down and just speak English. I actually missed the Dusclops, but that's okay. And Lapras is gonna get hit by that Rock Slide here, which is perfect. Unfortunately, I do die to Life Orb, but that's alright. Question becomes, how do I want to win this game? I think there's one turn left of Trick Room. So I almost think Nasty Plotting here is probably the best case scenario. I think. Let me double check the turns of Trick Room here. I believe there's one. Yeah, there's one turn left of Trick Room and 4 turns left of Veil. I'm assuming he's going to be Light Clay here, but I think Nasty Plotting right here is definitely the best way to go about this. And I think I have to follow me because I can't risk him going Nightshade Freeze Dry into Rotom. So I have to follow me here. Unlikely that he goes for something like that, but you never know. I think what's more likely to happen here is just probably a Nightshade and a... I think he probably goes for a... What does he do here? Pain Split maybe? Yeah, it's going to be the Pain Split, probably into the Kiss. I'm okay with that. I don't lose too much health here. And I should be able to also survive. Oh, it's actually going to go for a Perish Song, so this game is effectively over. I'll play it out just in case he doesn't have Protect on a lot of his Pokemon here, but Nasty Plot from the Rotom. But I don't know how I'm going to kill these, I don't know how I'm going to kill him here. Dusclops Perish, everybody's Perish is going to fall. And this game's effectively over. Twisted Dimensions return to normal, and the screens do not end, so... I think I have to kill both of them here, but he's going to Protect. So I might as well plot again. And I think I go for a Dazzling Gleam. But this game's over. I'm not killing 4 Pokemon before Perish Song gets the best of me here. Just protects this turn, swaps out next turn, that's game. He actually doesn't protect either of his 2 Pokemon, which is a little bit annoying, because I probably could have killed the Lapras. But the thing is, I'm never going to break through Clocks. Dazzling Gleam comes out, and he's going to click Haze. Yeah, if he clicks Haze, I'm just going to click the Forfeit, but I mean, Rotom's probably going to die anyway. Yeah, this game's over. I'll accept defeat here. It was a pretty ugly loss. I'm not gonna lie. And he's actually gonna click Trick Room, but I mean, it literally does not matter. That actually surprises me. I would have thought maybe he protect Trick Rooms there, because then he gets to freeze her off before Rotom can even bother killing Lapras. But like I said, maybe he just doesn't have protect. But no way Togekiss can 1v4 this with 2 turns. I mean, if I had more than 2 turns and he didn't have Perish, maybe I'd play it out, but still very unlikely at this point. But that's going to be a good game to my opponent right there. And that's actually going to be it for this episode, guys. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back with one more episode with this team, and I will see you guys next time.